Hello. Oh, yo, it's me. I am welcoming everybody on this stream and saying hello. Not super long stream match today, but we're going to play another league at least with Urza from yesterday because it was based. I've thought about things in relation to this deck. I could try Emery, but it's only Misha's Bubbles deck. So Misha's Bubble is not good. In this deck in general, I found. Therefore, I would need to play a card I don't want to play on top of playing Emery if I were to play Emery. Kaldra was base. Did you play Kaldra main or sideboard? Could see Kaldra being more base than Leon Sash, TBH, main deck from how the game's played out. Alright, let's have the Kaldra main. Kaldra complete. Leon Sash needs so much white, yeah. It's a little bit weird, Sean, because Urza is double blue, but I actually have more cards that goes white. So I'm playing 2 islands. 4 monitor and 0 bubble. Yeah. I don't think Mishra's bubble actually commits, like, actually helps with affinity too much because it's a card you sacrifice. And, you know, my deck is all artifacts. It's 24 cheap artifacts. What about the Reality Architect for recurring saga and drawing cardos? Well, that sounds terrible, right? It's not an artifact card, so what monitor really wants to play, you know, mono artifacts, and literally every card in my deck is an artifact. Exception of Stoneforge Mystic, who draws an artifact, and I guess Urza makes a construct too, so it's an artifact too. But if the only reason to play Misha Swabble is for the Monitor, then I'm kind of not into that. Let's just do this. Fairy Free Mana. Fairy Free Mana is a powerful card, but could play it in the sideboard. But it's not an artifact. Yeah, I don't know. This deck is perfectly built. Like, let's play the league with it. I'm failing to think of reasons to, you know, change it because people just would like to play all kinds of cards in decks, and yeah. Ooh, P 20 trophies, Dios mio. I liked 1 talisman over 1 drop. Talisman. Eh. Talisman's kinda cringe. Is that a new haircut? Yeah, I got my hair cut. So I got a new haircut. I think tomorrow we're going to play the modern challenge with this deck. All the games I lost, I sit with a poker of monitors. Yeah. Talisman helps with that. That's what you mean, right? No vintage tomorrow or barbecue? We'll see. Is tomorrow vintage showcase? Or regular vintage? But yeah, like that is true that you lose a lot with monitors. Showcase tomorrow. Okay. Oh, we're gonna play it, but I don't know what to win with in vintage. So I'll double Q with some Bazaar deck probably. But yeah, because the monitor does that thing where you know, you can clog on them and lose. I think avoiding playing all the cards, especially main deck, that would contribute towards that are not actually reducing its cost, is a good strat. Skullthopter found you. They're gonna want to play Urza. Giganti is first said it in Discord. Well, the first message that I've seen was a message from Durset. Prismatic ending, sure. I think I want to wait with the saga. Kinda awkward that we're passing, but Weapon plays Tefari and tries to bounce, I'll sacrifice the bridge. Shall I try on Steam and see what's... Oh, creativity. Okay. Because 4 mana, which I have 2 now. Alright, let's see what they summon. I guess we have the construct to count for us. Alright, Woven Mine. Do you have the special summon card? They do. Archon of Cruelty, -1 top tier. -1 Hallowed Fountain. Nice. Can bounce the Archon. It's actually pretty good. You didn't? Yeah, I didn't like when it says film is base. I think it's super. It's like such a nice... You know, interacts with things enough and it has synergy with your stuff enough. It's pretty cool. It might sound 2 Archons now or something, which is gonna be a problem still. Alright. Is that good right now? Well, I don't know. Does this game look good to you? Can remove both Archons. Can I make a construct? Raz, dwa. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery. I can't make a construct. Unfortunately, Moose prototype puts the creature back into their deck, which is not very poke champion. Get Spellbomb, bounce, Monster the other. Yeah, I mean, what else? True, they can't have that many creativities, right? That would be insane. But yeah, Monster putting the thing in the bottom of their deck is not perfect. But we're fighting through their bullshit. I wonder if I want dispatch. It's probably not. It's kind of hard to have the dispatch against creativity. We'll have the metallic rebukes. I have green mana too. It's just 5 colors. Do I feel pot friend today? No, I don't. Get the cheap. You can just summon the Archon next turn. They have a black land. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć. No, this is 6 mana. They can't. I don't know. They probably have something in their hand. They for sure have 2 Archons in a land. So they have 3 other cards. So I guess not a guarantee they have something good. Those can be lands too, or some poor cards. Might have something unfortunate like prismatic commands, which is super bad for me. Any Potters? Then make it treasure. Yeah. I guess if they treasure, that'll be bad. Kill that cheap, take a treasure. I'm thinking of building either this or Hamilton Modern. Which do you think is a better choice? Just build whichever you're gonna enjoy more. This deck, as I built it yesterday and I played with it, and it's kind of fine, but Amulet is proven to be consistent here. Is a consistent tier 2 deck, so it's for sure there at least. Sacrifice the Stoneforge. Can I draw anything? Hardly. Yeah, that doesn't work. Well, it kinda can work if I top deck a sword on the next turn. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna die the Archons triggering. Rebukes and Progentus Relic out. Shadow Spear out. Oh, Springly Drum, not Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear out. Portable Hole kinda out, I guess. Well, I have the blocker from the land, but I could just throw everything and still die. Gas doesn't seem good to me. Well, I could have sacrificed my stuff. Yeah, I didn't sacrifice my stuff because I accepted death. I would have died even if I performed those moves. I know I could have. Guess you can have one relic. Still not drop too many artifacts. Let's have two relics. Or one relic, one p-hole. Can hit Ren still. Why do you mean so many other spell bombs? Because they're based. They interact and they save your creatures and you can do things with the monitor. Right, Saki hand, keep. Needle, question mark. Why don't you like Ethergas against the big red spell deck? Because also it's a fairy deck. I would like to have 4 Metallic Rebuke here, I think, though. But the other spell bomb interacts and does stuff. Makes monitor cheaper. Can be played with the mana from Moose Prototype. Play this, the prismatic ending this. I'm going to feel a little bit silly, but yeah, I don't like Ethergas as a counter spell against decks where fast. They could simply just recast it next turn. Second, they stare at the fairy deck. What's your opinion about Metallic Rebuke? It's not that good. It's violently overrated by everyone, always. Metallic Rebuke, yeah, best card. How are you feeling for the PT, Mr. Streamer? Fine. I can play the fairy next turn even. Which decks have you chosen? I haven't chosen decks yet. I already play stock decks. It's too strong to give them the treasure, and you know they have creativity. Then sure, I'll just lose. Any chance we are going to see Vintage Cube again? Yeah, sure. The fairy. Okay, I got destroyed. I lost my land too. No, I lost my sword, which sure. Alright, I'm dead, bros. I'm not ruling out. What? How the fuck they have 6 life? Raz, dwa, trzy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I guess that's 14. Nice deck. I can't take it. I wanted to play on, but I can't take it because the Kreti Memeviti too rough for me. Let's try again. Hope they remove braids until then, Kappa. Yeah, it would be cool if they replace braids with some playable card. Emery is god here. Could play Emery, yeah, but I don't like it. Because I don't want to be playing Misha's Bubble all that much, and then like I would need to play Misha's Bubble on top of that. So I don't know. I tried something like this without Urza Saga and sideboard Blood Moon. Blood Moon. I think Urza Saga is a pretty hard card to pass on. Playing, so good for you. Don't like Metallic Rebuke as well, yet you play it. Okay, let me clarify. I like it as a sideboard card in the role of providing sideboard. Should I keep this sand? It's kind of stinky, but it has a Saga. It's a Lurus deck. It's probably weak. Lurus. Well, not Lurus. Shadows. Did I like Reality Heist? Reality Heist. First, you have to play mono artifacts, then you have to play artifacts that you'd like to find. My deck currently does not fit those criteria. Damn, Razek, that sounds like a true story that really happened. Come on, acquisition me. No, Shadow. Shadow. Good referred one. I am slightly afraid that I will die to dress down. Actually destroyed. Do you think Caldra is good against Death? It's actually worthwhile against Death Shadow. I think I will grab it and I will not be able to cast her. So I will not play her in the matchup. I'll play Nettlesus Lion Sash, Shot of the Meek. Few Ether Spell Bombs. Probably no Shadow Spear. Seems this deck cannot fight as a steer decks. Well, I don't know. Let's do this. Canister. Loses game. Lose a game. Chat. This deck cannot fight against tier decks. Oh. Maybe. I think we fought off some tier decks pretty decently yesterday. Wonder if this deck is well positioned versus Focal Yorion. Oh, who knows? Maybe not super. They did mulligan to 5, so I think we can topple the tier deck in a game where they move to 5. Interesting they do this because now I can just play Saga and spend 2 mana. I think this might be a Lion Sash moment. Would you say this is the best combo sort of the Meek or is Oops better? Well, the purely combo deck, like purely as a combo deck, I guess Oops probably performs better in that specific route. You have Alpine Moon. No, Holy Heat, Bog. We're going to play Ganjo to have more white for the Lion Sash. And we definitely want to make constructs. Very quick to kill my Stoneforge Mystic. I guess the Stoneforge Mystic with Caldra actually does kind of produce that pressure where they need to feel like I can kill them. This might be a... Yeah, it's probably a relic situation. Might be a Springleaf Drum situation and I play the Lion Sash, get it killed. The good question mark. Who really knows? It seems relatively playable to me. Yeah, I guess you were right that I couldn't do that actually, so kind of host myself. With playing the white land, I want to play the white land so that if I play the saga, I have the white land already in play, but it would be a tapped white land, so it was kind of countering myself rather than not countering myself. I guess it's that they are afraid that my Stonefire is going to put something bangers into play, so it makes sense to play Caldra, so I can reveal it to make your opponent shit their pants sometimes. But I think in this matchup, not. It's probably a, especially in the draw, it's gonna be a liability to have it in my deck. Well, they do struggle against the Caldra once it's in play, but I think the biggest problem is when it's not in play. Du, 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 du. I'll draw a land, I play 23. And if not, I play Monster Prototype into Ether Spellbomb, and that's good enough. Monster Prototype a bit awkward, as it typically is. But will contribute towards the monitor eventually. I think we're gonna play a regular Sandwich Mystic over the super one. This might be, I think, sort of the Meek situation, because it's most likely I will end up having mana to play it in a situation where otherwise I would not be able to play another thing, like Prototype into sort of the Meek spends the most mana. Thoughtseize. I like how this deck is relatively not the worst against the card Drown the Lock, seems like. It's few enough patches that it sometimes struggles to capture the cards and monitor, cost 7. Croxa, Titan off, Devs, Haneger. Yeah, also portable hall stays in play, doesn't go to the graveyard, you just play it on turn 1. That is not nice. That is very uncool. I took my Moonsnap prototype, which actually seems to make sense. But I believe I'm not favored from this spot on. Gonna draw an Urza Saga. A portable hall. I want to save it for the Croxa if Croxa is coming. So I play the Spell Bomb. Two artifacts in play. Would like to draw the artifact dual land, I think. To go to 4 artifacts in play, and then we can draw something and play the monitor. No, I should just get a sword. What am I doing? Well, not truly. I have 4 relics, so having it in my graveyard can actually means it can get relicked. Now they have a free turn to Lurus Grab, and they found the stupid bubble. Mishra's bubble. Mishra's bubble. Mishra's bubble. Hmm. Alpine Moon is so toxic. It's insane. I take 3. I'm known for my exquisite timing, says the opponent. Reap. Did you dedust your Legos recently? Not really. At some point I did. When Legacy question mark showcase Sunday? Well, you answered your own question, didn't you? Not playing Legacy before playing the showcase is a it's a strong strat. I hope maybe the reanimator hate died down. You mentioned you wanted to not too long ago. I don't remember saying that. 1 extraction, 1 endurance, 2 endurance main deck, a reclaimer, Poljuka Bog. Oh, pierdolę, byku. This is 6 forces, 2 extractions. Have you done a reanimator guide? I haven't. I've written an article about preparing for the tournament, but it was kinda not super in detail. But also just reanimator the guide is to not do much on sideboard and you're gonna be good. Alright, against the sparring advantage we should be good. I wish there were equipment lands so that Stoneforge Mystic could grab a land sometimes. That'd be so nice. Don't you think? MH free, yeah. 2 endurance main deck. Everybody's playing those fucking endurances, bros. 4 endurances. Well, they don't seem to have that much stuff, although I guess Reclaimer is a problem. 4 definitely appeared all of those decks. Yeah, maybe it's potentially better. I'll never play the land tap though. Seems like it is Baron. Unless somebody else is playing Lightning Helix. Just in general. What is this Source Plowshares? 2 extraction, 2 rest in peace, 2 ruination, destroy all non-basic lands, damn. Against lens tag is more hard than before. When was before? Co jest półeczko? Już się wypuszczam. Now with Yorion? Question mark. What with Yorion? Oh. Well. I'm playing as a gamer. So, Thopter, Ursa, Sword, Sword. Excuse me? I'm holding down 3, which is my button for yes. Okay, it works now. Yeah, the fact that the candle is yes to the sword is puzzling, but... Thing is, Sliding Helix, Boros, Reconer. What do you think about using Delver deck? A Delver deck in the Legacy Showcase? Yeah, I will not... I will not win with the Delver deck probably, so I don't want to. And also, I don't want to play it. So one dispatch over the relic, I don't know what exactly is in their deck. Shit hand I keep. Well, CH Fuller, I'm not interested in that. Reanimator was base because I just reanimated my big guy and won, and it was cool. "24/7. Well, Doomsday is nice, but also not nice because you spend ages putting the pile together, and as a feels bad, man. And also, it didn't seem that good. Free surgical extraction. Does ooh, Blood Moon aggro, that's a deck. We can check it out in a moment, but let's see. 2 extraction, 1 cage. A dog's mouth exerts 150 to 200 pounds of pressure per square inch. Some dog breeds can exert up to 450 pounds for a square inch, but what kind of a fact is that? So dog's mouth exerts 150 to 200, but some dogs it's up to 450, so it's kind of a shit fact because it's inconsistent. Kind of sure if you were going to die, but you could unban one card before you did because Iron Duke felt bad. What would it be? Glimpse of Nature. What a build. The epic storm in all caps. People explain so much. Oh, this one has no endurances in the main deck, but they have the stupid crap rotation. Wasn't Leyline of Sanctity based in Reanimator then? Because against those decks you can stop both Crop Rot and all the endurances. So it seems more effective to open with a Leyline in hand than just say anything else. And if you reanimate a monster, you always win. You can have extraction, but most of them are going to be going with more endurances. So Leyline probably actually a solution to those problem decks. Those endurance reclaimer decks. It seems to hit a wide swath of effects. Alright, I'll play Reanimator with Leyline of Sanctity in the Legacy thing. Just going to put my Leylines in there. Wait, why do I have Phobos Edges in this deck? Phobos Edges. So probably now Careful Study, just 2-color. Show and Tell's bad. Yeah, you don't need removal for Permanent Hates. Maybe Serenity against those like Leyline gamers that you're going to run into occasionally. Alright, that's it. That's the deck. Was Prismatic Ending good? Kinda, but no one is playing those permanents to kill. Like nobody's playing more than one cage in their deck or ripping this against them against Reanimator. Everybody's playing extraction, so it's kinda not much. People just don't play the hate cards that ending would be good. Ending would be unsetting, so seems like there is no point. Most simple type being medium powerful right now. Also, it's hardly another Baron Gamer when the previous Baron Gamer was actually a Boros Reckoner gamer. Leading on a saga. Let's go with Opter Foundry, because for this we need 2 colored sources. Amulet question mark. Yeah, I guess it could be Amulet. Good point. Sometimes I see those common openings and people like play Elen and pass and like it's actually obvious what they're playing and I'm scratching my head and like, well, what could they be doing? Turn 1 Saga? Such an odd move, but it's just an amulet deck. Or maybe it's a human artifact deck. Yes, Urza is a human. Are there any humans in Magda? Yeah, there is the tutoring guy. This deck is missing green at this mana base. 4 Goose, 2 Uro, Title Nature's Wrath, 4 Oko and 4 Cryptic Command Kappa. Damn, you don't even know how much I left. That's your comments. So fun. Właśnie, bo sadził my Fopter found you. I don't think we combo próbę sadziu. Unless we do a land. Less than 3. Thank you for the resub, Floop the banana. Less than 3. We won. Zulul. We are ready for the Titan gamers. My triple Ethergas. I put a stop to my opponent's movements. I think there's 0 chance I will want to reality chip in this matchup. I could play Dispatch. Not sure. Could cast the Sentinels that kinda don't do anything. Keep the spell bombs. P-holes. Good needle for the Hasteland or for Bosejo. Seems better than Shadow Spear. We keep Sword of the Meek and Caldra. Probably don't need more equipments, yeah. Let's keep Force on for this because I want to find my things. They're both pretty good. Slion Slash Player and Usen generally. Think so. It's not. It doesn't play out that super against most decks. The Ooze did not age great. Not a great hand, but you can draw a portable hole or not. We drew an Ursa Lord High Artificer, which is not Pog. Explore. Monka S. We have 3 mana. They probably will not bound Titan me. Explore these nuts, yeah, for sure. Very well put. Oh, they're making a construct. Kenny, what did you have for lunch? I don't eat lunch. So nothing. I ate breakfast at noon and then I will eat dinner after I'm done streaming. Yeah, breakfast at noon. That's how I roll. We don't eat lunch as a rule. Yeah. Well, no, it's not really a thing in Poland. Yeah, that's lunch. Well, but that was just after I woke up. So it's because I have a different schedule than you do. You're going to like try to impose yours on me. Transmuting. Actually, already get to 500 subs, yeah. But not forever. Why no Caldra attack? In case of the spell bomb being crucial at breaking my opponent's combinations. But one could argue that it was worth to attack with Caldra over that. Actually decent, but I don't know if they're playing Hammer Battlements or Slayer Stronghold. Fuck. Well, Maybe name Tolaria OS. Since the spellbomb breaks combat anyways. And since they like clearly have all the amulets but no action, they might actually make a difference. Names less strong also you can post on Twitter to show how bad that card is. Well, it's not actually bad once it's in play. It's bad because of the opportunity cost you're paying in the deck building. But it's tricky, yeah. What's on the Rhinos deck? Question mark. Anything you'll play? Question mark. I don't understand the question that you're posing here. I've played the Rhinos decks in the past. It's a deck. I think it's relatively playable. It's not super great. La 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 la. I guess they're just Colossus. No, they Titan. Interesting. Because it's pretty clear they spent the last turn transmuting the TOS. They didn't have stuff in their hands. But maybe they were just playing around the counter spell. Maybe they'll get a Basel Bosejo. F6 to your cloak. What cloak? Also, the way he's drinking is pretty weird jump way to stand. Well, I hear that he's saying the cloak, but you know, there are many cloak cards and none of them are popular, so I don't know what is he actually F2ing to. See, 8 cloaks. Sure. That seems relatively harmless. Okay. Does it even stop the combo? What the hell, bro? That's it? That's all? Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć, siedem, osiem, dziewięć, 10. I have 10 mana. Can equip the construct, but that's not good enough. What's that card? It's engineered explosives X2. Bogies. Is Amiret actually good this time or not really? Yeah, hard to say. I wait. You don't have Boseju? No Boseju involved. Maybe I should attack with the Caldra. 5 damage and next turn I can actually try to kill. I probably should have attacked with the Caldra. I was weak so as not to attack with the Caldra. I'm surprised by the movements that they did. None of them seem to make much sense. When they do this, I'm going to do what? Play the Dryad of Elysian Grove? Sure. If I bounce the Titan, they will post-combat play Bounce Land because they can play on their land, play the Titan, get 2 Valakuts, so we don't want to bounce the Titan. We let it attack and suicide itself into the Germ token. Bounce this if they find Valakut. Valakut. It feels like my opponent could have performed this all a bit better, so I guess good I didn't attack with the Germ. Because they want to attack for the trigger, but they also suicide this way. Ram chan chan guri 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 ram chan chan ram chan chan ram chan chan guri 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 ram chan chan arami tarami dubi 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 ram pam pam arami arami. What's the emotes? That was the rolling rock but faster. Rolling frog but faster. Anybody remembers the emote code? Big frog fast, yeah. So fast. What are they shooting? Ursa. I have no other choice. Maybe I should have not played the other Ursa. Can bounce the Ursa. And I'll shoot 2 things. Maybe bouncing the Ursa actually better than bouncing the Dryad. I'm going to play land, 2 Valakuts, Pau Pau, then play the Ursa to staff. I think bouncing Ursa seems actually potent because they do have the Dryad land drop. I'll kill my construct, whatever. They bounce this, play under Valakut Pau Pau. Can use explosion too, but that's fine. Maybe you should have bounced at the beginning of combat. No, if I bounce what? Titan? If I bounce the Titan at the beginning of combat, then my opponent plays a bounce land post command, gets 2 Valakut, and then shoots my Ursa. So it was no use to do that this way that you're suggesting. I think this way we save the Ursa. Like, I probably just should have left an Ursa in my hand, activated Ursa instead of playing the second one. I wouldn't be able to keep up the spell bomb though. Yeah, if I bounce the Dryad, still doesn't really work. To get Valakut bounce lands, get Valakut, get this to hand, go Dryad, pow pow, kill my Ursa, post combat. They're going phase, so maybe they're killing me if they have access to Azusa this turn too. No, they just weird. Maybe I should have attacked last turn with the Caldra. Dealing 15 doesn't really seems doable. Doesn't really seem doable. I can't move Caldra to another construct. So I think I'll Ursa and activate. Can hit Thopter finally this way and win. I think that's it. I don't think. I don't think there are other routes. Yeah, they did F6. That doesn't help me. But those explosions were kinda interesting. And there's the assumption they will have 2 lands, so I'll concede. Let's go again. This time it's gonna work. Obviously, reality cheap is it good? It's been pretty good with Urza a few times, yeah. Sketch, you can slow the amulet though, and you have Foundry Ursa. Bridge to make this cheaper. Not sure about this keep, but I think it's an excusable one. Boseju deployed into Grazer. That's the worst nightmare. Because then the portable hole doesn't actually do anything. Well, I'm saying it doesn't do anything, but you can portable hold the Grazer. Which probably would just let them use Boseju effectively. Oh, I have the Dryad, bro. Cavern on Dryad, tap for colorless. The traditional amulet move. I do that often myself, so I'm gonna pretend. Alright, that's something I can steal. Can respond to Bossage by sacrificing the whole and get them good? Well, kind of. Partially. They play TOS Valakut. So they'll Titan extend for 18. We need to draw something. Alright, we didn't, so I guess we're gonna die. What the hell? What's this? Mystic Snake? Vigor. Okay, that explains a lot. Sure. Yeah, I guess my deck is kinda weak to Fossil Vigor. I didn't think about that. Alright, dead. Mystic Snake, yes. Yeah, my mind just goes to Mystic Snake when I see something like that. That's because there was a decklist of Amulet with Mystic Snake. I did not feel particularly close. Well, the second game did feel kinda close, I think. The third one did not. The first one I won, so I guess it didn't feel close either. 1 in 2 minutes. Usually when you lose versus Titan, the game isn't particularly close. I mean, depends. What do you mean by close? If you mean that, like, if you had one card, you know, if it's a difference of you drawing one more powerful card or something, versus so that you would be able to stop them, then I guess you could say it's close, right? Although you could also say that it doesn't feel close because you lose and they have 34 Valaku triggers. But then, yeah, in that way, it's not that close. Powerful hand. We're just going to ramp to Caldra. Anyone remember Fall Guys? Well, I remember when I played Fall Guys and I remember when I completed Fall Guys, that was good. Damn. Just two kings staring at each other. Remember Magic Legends? I actually don't. How about adding one Torp or Orb Cyborg? It's anti-synergistic with some cards, but seems based in general. It's pretty anti-synergistic. Well, kinda insane that both your meme opponents play Needle Spires. Yeah. Let's check if it's not the same player. It is the same player. It's actually the Boros Reckoner person twice. Yeah, it was too weird to happen twice. It's too wild to just happen just twice in a row. Hmm. Kind of expected that, but not quite. This was a main deck poem, yeah. Okay. Against the wins. Oof. Those matches are always in a way super stressful because imagine that you're playing and your Twitch chat is watching you and you lose to this. Well, it'll be easy. Tremble at the side of my powerful checks notes figure of destiny. Well put, yeah. Can be worse than losing to Blue Black Merfolk, yeah. Blue Black Merfolk. A classic loss. TBF chat also makes fun of you when you lose tier 1 decks. Yeah, but that's what I'm used to. It's fine, right? Like, oh, counter, you don't seem to be so good at beating Ragavan strategies. And I say, yeah, I guess I'm not the OP. But it will undermine my position more. So if I lost to Battlegate Mimic, I guess I wanted to play an Urza next turn, didn't I? Explain. Boy. I am an Urza player. I summon Kaldra complete. Like Battlegate meme, am I right? Yeah, good one. Good one, good one. It's kind of cheap, it's more funny. Probably also a bit worse, but my monitors are enabling my monitors, but it's okay. Kenny, what do you think of the alternate art of Broker's Ascendancy? Alternate art of literally who? Regular Golden Age. What is this style called? Art Deco? Cubism? I guess it's not cubism, it's not cubes. Looks bullshit enough for me to put it in my deck if I play that card, which I probably won't, doesn't seem super, but... Can I name the reference to the flavor text? I can, because I haven't read the flavor text. But if I were to read the flavor text... I can't. This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, and more importantly, a profitable one. Now sign here. It's from Star Wars Phantom Menace when the Trade Federation guys discussed with Jar Jar Binks. I remember that very, very well, very fondly. What's your favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor? Who? They don't sell. Maybe they do sell Ben and Jerry's in Poland, but they didn't always used to. Why are you not doing the combination? Well, I'm looking for the combination. I'm failing. Thank you for the Radiant Drag. How was your day? How was your stream? Kinda weird as Ben and Jerry aren't an American only thing. Yeah, but I mean, I think you can get them, but they're not super common, and probably just for a few years. Like, just sometimes some things are not sold everywhere. Mouse monitor, sure. Yes, sir. I will bounce the monitor immediately. Tonight I thought that if you had a paradox engine, this combo is infinite. Yeah, sure. But like the Thopter Foundry also does that, right? Which I guess I can't cast the Thopter Foundry now, so it's no use in bouncing the monitor anymore. Alright, let's not attack because then I get bombed. I might actually die to some Baron spells. Because they're kinda playing a Baron deck. Can find a drum, that's actually true. Alright, at 3 life. Whoops. Alright, we actually were defeated by the Boros deck, chat. I'm going to have the rebukes against them. Just have 2 rebukes, sounds like a good number. Experience has taught me something is that Canny always loses to Baron. Sometimes I play Titan and then it's the other way around. The Baron becomes the Baron. If you kept the white source up, you think you win there? Well, I would since I dug towards the top tier foundry. So yeah, I should have because I didn't attack in the end. That because remember that the palm exists too late. I should have kept the white source up and dug towards the foundry. So yeah, there was a way. A Skullcrack main response. And that's fine, I think. Yeah, Skullcrack is fine because yeah, Skullcrack is fine. Skullcrack because you can upkeep, do stuff again. So you still make infinite up theirs, and then in their upkeep we gain infinite life, and they can cast their response, but I just sacrifice more stuff. YMC, yeah. Your build doesn't work well in this hand. Hi Brandon, thank you for supporting my stream. Very poke champion. What year did you start playing Magic the Gathering? 10 years ago. I refuse to play things. I'll play the portable hold for just an object. So that I can utilize Spot Monitor. No card. No cards deployed. Rip apart. Alright, ripped apart. Rip me. Portable hop permanent if you stagger to top to the trigger on the stack. It's not, no. Until portable hole leaves the battlefield, if it's this wording, then you cannot do the trick with sacrificing before the first ability resolves. General Ferus Rockerich. Oops. Oh, they just let me draw. Okay. Just a strike. Glad my opponent is attacking with this. Could be harder if they would just attack and I'd be like, damn, do I block? I don't know. If you activate Shadow Spear, does General lose hexproof from monocolor? That's actually a good question, to which I don't know the answer. This hexproof, right? It's from undercolored, but it is hexproof. Trample haste. Trample over planeswalkers. Chat, how does trample over planeswalkers work? Would you dance? Can I send a MTG? I would not know. This creature can deal excess combat damage to the control of the planeswalker is attacking. Okay. It's kind of weird, Cham, that trample over planeswalkers can be understood in two ways. Sacred Fire. Block 2 golems, take 11, gain 9. This doesn't seem to be an issue. Rooting for the opponent, not gonna lie. Well, unfortunately, I revealed a thought monitor of the top, which is gonna be hard for you, opponent. Bricked. I reshuffle my top card. Damn, that's a good one. The M thing, you do the mana thing more fast, but I need to have my second hand on the keyboard, and as you see, I'm using it to support my chin, so... Checkmate. Looking fresh. Thanks. Please show dog. The dog is not here yet. We're taking a dog into... We're adopting a dog, chat. But... It's only gonna be... here... very late in the evening. So not today. Breed... Kundel. Jak to się mówi po angielsku? Say mix dog from a shelter. Breedless. Mongrel. Mutt. Or a mixed breed dog. Why don't you play Moonsnare? Does the Moonsnare prototype do anything when it's in my hand? Let that be an exercise to the viewer. I probably don't want to do anything. Or they have two palms, then it's weird jump. I'm just gonna sit there. Next turn I'll find a combo for sure and then I'm gonna win. And like I have the rebuke and I have the Otawara and prototype. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć, siedem, osiem, dziewięć, 11. 11 mana. Free, 5. Yeah, exactly enough. Well, they said next turn copium, but it's actually next turn non-copium. Hello, Mr. Streamer is Folklore back on menu with 2 new on-color triumphs. I think I'll be just playing one triumph in 4-color, and it's gonna be the Bunt one. If, like, spells remain the same. Yeah, that, well, not the OG Bunt triumph, but very well put, I guess. Time to retire Seaside Citadel. Well, not yet. What's gonna be kind of annoying that it's not called, it's just called random names, so they're gonna be called triumphs, but Jatora's Proving Grounds. It's actually a boxer's ring. Spara's headquarters. And how is one kinda inconvenient to not have a universal name for those? Raffine's Tower. How is the Proving Grounds a forest? Well, they just abandoned any pretense of that being the case. Forest. Schmorest. Nice in the mic, yeah, Katarzyna is vacuuming. Intensely. I'm glad they are making more triumphs that there is literally no need to ever consider not running 3 colors. Well, Durset, you're also famously shit-talking my Banan Grove every single time I draw it for saying that I'm playing Taplans in Modern and it's so cringe, right? So... Also, it is a problem, right? Grixis Plurus deck is not gonna play the... Like, I doubt that the Grixis, the Shadow deck is going to be playing... Xander's Launch. Right, because it's not mono upside. Well, Grixis control might actually be interested in that if they play counterspell, right? Pretty sure Folklore will be the tier 1 of the format. Everyone will continue playing cringe cards in it, so no problem playing other tier 1 decks. You mean with the set? What are the cringe cards? Razor Tide Brigade. Alright, I'll play the brigade. Not clear if this is good or not in those sense like this, right? Ladrami skull, etc. Yeah, the Ladrami skull is truly puzzling. I use a multi-device keyboard for work and private computer, and I just almost sent a blank email with exclamation mark Seaside Citadel in it to a CEO base. It's good email. But it just lets me draw. They're like, yeah, so a stinky deck can just have nothing on me. No attack, what? Think I'll trade? Can play monitor. Seems like the proper move. Koksu 5 gram, odlecieć sam w krainę zapomnienia. Blue, blue, blue. Taking my Espresenti now. What if I bounce it back? So leave ever hit the Delirium? No. Nice deck. Obvious players just call them triumphs and it's accepted on a deck list. Yeah, it'll be convenient. They could just type bound triumph. I think we are going to win now. Okay. I would already draw. Why didn't they draw two? Well, what is sorcerer speed seal in general, yeah? I don't know. Literally just that one line in a row. This is like a full song with many, many deep lines. That's just the same phrase looped. Truly, truly cringe. Low effort. Unholy heat. Opponents. Oh no, they hit delirium. Ja pierdolę. Chcę do narty, do DJ-a, no dealera, DJ-a, do dealera, a nie w Alpy. S'era un ragazzo che come amava la domenica e pitico. Sì, sì. You have lethal? No, because this blocks. Why not bounce Esper Sentinel? Question mark. I could ask you the same. Why do that, right? Force Rian to block the 12-12. Because I didn't want to. But that's a little bit more fair. Ball good and Mortite sideboards. I want to try it. I play many islands in Mortite, so I would say verdict not very good. Spellbomb is pretty good against Mortite Regent. Probably we're not gonna be cyborging those relics as much. They're not that important. Needle versus explosives, yeah. I don't know this patch. Yeah, Caldera is stinky. Can cut one top tier fondue. And can cut two prototypes because grindy matchup. I guess. Sentinel is good. Portable hole. Kills the small boys. Yeah. We have Sword of the Meek. Shadow Spirit to fetch. The cheap, I think. Yeah, free equipments. Maybe on the assist. Natural assist. I don't know. Natural assist kinda. Natural assist overall kinda cringe. It's free equipments to find us enough to put the Stoneforge Mystics not to go dead. Keep die to Ragavan. Why not? Okay, died. Love it when I keep my open hand on the draw and it has the audacity not to have a removal for the Ragavan they might or might not have. And then you just die on the spot. You can't win. It's very cool. You have more Ravagans. I skipped. Mod skipped too. Too bad. But also typical. Wait, weren't we dead? I was. I was in a song. Bolting the chippers. Played for like 40 seconds till you typed it. Well, takes a while for the internet to flow through Poland, through Australia to Poland, and from Poland to Australia back again. Okay, we free it with this. We beat Murktide. Lost to Titan. Won twice against the Weird Champ Gamer, so not maybe the most descriptive result, but I think I'll play it in the challenge tomorrow. It's gonna be, I don't know, we can play this or can play Reality Chip Hammer. You know, in Australia. Oh, you said you were traveling, yeah. So let's make a poll. New poll. What you play in the modern challenge tomorrow? Blue White Hammer or Blue White Urza? Is Seal Shaper's gift really good? I think it's pretty good when you like. It's just straight up better than playing more reality cheese, which some people do. And in theory, it makes sense to, as it's able to grab different types of cards now: the sash, the cheap, and the hammer. So I find kind of like it. Pretty sure Blacksmith skill is better than Spell Pierce because Pierce sucks. Experience was that Pierce was pretty base, but you can see how that is the case. I'm no hammer master, so I'm not putting great deal of confidence in my in this deck list. But Ingenious Smith always just lackluster for me. And that's it basically. Also, Sash Sax too. Yeah, that's it's not as great as I thought it's gonna be. Not having blue-white horizon lens hurts. Yeah, it does hurt a little bit. Also, are you trying to have fun or win? Well, I'm asking you the question. I'm not. So Nespel is floating around that splash blue for cheap and black for 40s. Yeah, well, when I played the blue hammer, the thing that I actually liked more was the spell PSN and the cheap. Nope, if needles I was surprising. Yeah, you can play needle. Very good. How do you like outfit? That is fine. I liked it more than the Genius Smith generally. Yeah, meddling mage was pretty great. I kind of don't get Lavinia. I do get La meddling mage. Yeah, I played the needle. Play the meddlers. Over this, for Sanctifiers, a lot of Sanctifier. Soulgate Lantern fine, Spell Pierce. Play around drafts. Yeah, well, it's not like there are any drafts in the format. I think this is for Assault slash Fury. Yeah, but it's also like even seems weak to me in that spot. Big proponent of Cathar command over a seal. I heard both ways. Don't have a great deal of confidence. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Okay, so blue-white Urza for tomorrow, overwhelming 56% of the votes. You're gonna play it. Companionless, question mark? Yeah. Only companion that could be played is Yorion, which, with the way the deck is structured, I'm not willing to. Zirda can be played. Esper Sentinel. Doesn't work with Zirda. Portable Hold doesn't work with Zirda. So Zirda is pretty far from working. Not that far, it's literally... Well, also Urza Saga can only play with Zirda because Urza Saga is a land with no activate abilities. It just gains them on the first chapter, which is funky. For Spellbomb lol, yeah. Well, Spellbomb might be surprising, but it's actually... I think it's super based. Is Mystical Dispute a worthwhile cyber card right now, or is Rebuke just better? Well, Mystical Dispute is a card for blue mirrors. Metallic Rebuke is a card for spells that you want to counter. And so happens that Goblin Charbelcher, Creativity, and some other cards are not blue. Isn't Vodka's better in this deck than Thought Monitor? I don't think so. I think a 3-for-1 is generally stronger than a 2-for-1. Yeah, I could play Vodkas on top or something, but I don't want to be playing non-artifacts. So I'm gonna skip. I think it's fine, but it's like necessarily making deck better. I think it's a decent odds that it doesn't. Podcast is technically an artifact. Well, technically it's definitely an artifact. I argue that it's virtually one, but kinda pressing X to doubt here too. Do you have the 7 mana plus artifacts for Cloud Mentor that often without playing that many artifacts? Well, I think I would like to debunk your claim. It's 26 artifact cards. This draws an artifact. This makes artifacts. Does make mana for Monitor 2. This makes mana for Monitor 2. It's a little bit weird to say that this deck doesn't play that many artifacts because I think it does play many artifacts, in fact. But yeah, since the Legacy Showcase is coming, we can play our periodical league with Reanimator. I think with the new technology of Lane of Sanctity, which is what we're gonna do right now. Leyline working against the things nicely. Hate cards, Podruka Bog. And Endurance at the same time seems base. I'm definitely not gonna play King Uro after the last showcase King Uro fiasco. Because that was kind of embarrassing how bad the deck was. Let's check one the ball. Urza. So we're gonna be playing Urza tomorrow. And yeah, for monitoring that Urza deck also combines with the spell bomb, you can bounce it back and draw two again, so it's also kind of advantage. This way. And it's also produces kind of excess colorless mana sometimes, so it's a good way to spend it. Pog. Well, do it, but do what? I'm wondering. We're playing a combo deck. I like to discard them twice. This is probably the way, like, where I would be able to lose. Alright. Playing against somebody. No idea what they deck because everybody would scoop to that. So I want not sideboard. Legacy Silic was easy, yeah. It's too easy even. Well, any percent run would be just to join and drop immediately. It's kind of a lame speed run, right? We'll keep. Probably will discard a Kairi Share in my first cleanup. We'll see. Urza's Bubble. They reveal an Alcon of Cruelty from my hand, and now they will reveal I pulled a delta from my hand. Now I play Ancient Tomb and pass. So is this the Karn blue deck something? Maybe. Kappa Cannoneer, okay. If I knew they're blue, I would have discarded a creature in my cleanup. I didn't know they're blue for sure, so. I could have guessed, but I didn't guess with 100% knowledge. Kappa Kappa hey, Kappa Kappa hey, Kappa hey. Chalice of the Void. Can reanimate something from their graveyard, but they don't have any creatures, I can't. Probably gonna die to Emery. They play a Chalice of the Void. Alright, I'm not gonna assume they find or have a counter spell, so I need to find enough stuff that it's not worth playing. Doesn't seem like I want to sideboard. Unless I want the Chancellors on the play, but I don't think so. I have Chalice, but it's whatever. Did I listen to the new Grand Song? I believe so, yeah. This is actually a keep, I think. Sanity is Googe. Doesn't seem like they play a lot of artifacts, but it never none of them seem to matter. It's not a very strong hand. I guess they would put a Chalice on 0 to play an Emery. See the Chalice. Oh, come on. Alright, I'm actually dead. Interesting, they don't force this. But, you know, I don't have a big monster, I just have a small monster. It's not ideal. Maybe I should have took a counterspell of the first one. Just what is it there left for me to draw, and they draw 2 cards per turn. So they draw a forest soon and then I die. Oh no. Modern All-Star Ether Spellbomb. 4 off. I need to draw a big monster. I need my resources. I think I wait. I think I'm playing the white sideboard cards without the white lands in this league. I think I forgot to have a Scrabland in the deck. Which hopefully it's not gonna be that bad. But I just did forget about Scrabland. Alright, I got destroyed by the stinky deck. Let's try again. Is 8 cast good against Delver, chat? Does it have its quality? Does it hold that quality of being good against Delver? Oh yeah, Meltdown sounds like a spanking. Delver can remove a kappa. Well, it can remove the kappa from the sack with Force of Will technology and then wasteland your land and you die. Or something. Something like that. Oh wait, I could hit the monster in the top two cards and do stuff, but Island Delver. Interesting opening sequence. Not only Delver, it's Delver into tank. Tank, tank, tank. Lotus Petal, okay, well, what? That's actually that's actually something. What's the deal with Lotus Petal? We drew Entomb. Can be something with show and tell. It can, but it also, who knows? What they have in hand? They had Scaling Talon and Flooded Strand, so who knows what they're actually mono blue or not. Definitely they play the Homeless. What does the Homeless man have to do with? Show and Tell. Why is it a card that's combined with Show and Tell at greater frequency than it will be combined with other synergies, strategies? I don't know. This is a nice 10-1 summoning. No weź kurwa, Leyline the Void. We don't have a nice 10-1. Duress. Randomly they took the unmask. Is that Delver in their deck? They're passing now, okay. Reanimate. Just play it next turn for 4 mana. I should play the fetch. Do they have Doomsday, Delver and Doomsday? Strix. Strix is interesting, I guess. It's Doomsday. Why do they have Delver and Doomsday? Is this normal? I don't see any combo parts of their deck. Unfortunately, because I don't have the Scrabland, I don't have the 6th land, so I fetch now is dead instead of letting me summon. Let's actually fetch immediately so that we don't draw the Badlands either. I don't want to draw it. Awesome. What? F6ing? Kinda cringe opponent. How do you fuck do you? I guess F6 they were tapped out, that's why they have 6. But why they play the lane lane then? Why they in the second lane line? You know, play it from the graveyard? Fucking legacy format. whenever stuff like this happens. You saw some recent matchup matrices that say reanimator has been performing quite poorly in Legachi. Well, it seems like the amounts of hate cards has been increased since I had success with this deck, so I understand why. And I think my results also have been lesser. But if it's performing poorly, then it's a good time to play and then perform well, right? Cloud Post. Have you seen the Doomsday Multi deck? I have not. Do you think I'll get Endurance? No, good. Probably don't play Endurance. If they play Chalice, they're playing the colorless deck. Oh, I had discard spells. Too bad. I think we just played against the Doomsday Multi deck, or at least we did. Green Monolith. They can kill me if they can't somehow, then I'll be impressed. So I didn't discard the card. Maybe I should have, because I guess they're gonna bridge me now. Okay, I'm impressed. Fuck. So bad. Why they not just discard the stupid card? So bad. I threw. Well, I didn't even throw. I could have just. Yeah, I did throw. I'm going to bottom the Serenities, but I forgot to add the Scrabble to my deck, so it's probably not good if I can't cast it. It's kinda base. It's one Lotus Petal. Yeah, we just play it against this. Seems. What's nice? What's this? Night Feeder's Visitation? Temporal Mastery? So the Doomsday Pile Is you just put two temporal masteries on top and you wait a turn? I'm going to pass the first round of the game, then I'm going to pass the second, and I'm going to hope that it somehow wins me the game. Alright, I'll skip the Vintage Challenge. The Legacy Showcase. I have not played Infinity Wars at TCG. Which showcases were you gonna play? Well, there's two on the weekends, Vintage and Legacy. But they're on 2 different days, so they do not collide, but skip the Legacy. And for Vintage. I don't know what to do in Vintage. Do you have Cap Pass? I don't. 92k. 92k, 850. So Vintage is Blue Tinker all the way down right now. It's the most played deck by a countryman on the challenges. Well, but that's, you know, there is nothing that's good enough against it, right? So that's the problem. I liked Vintage when Blue was weak and Bazaar was base, and now Bazaar is kinda terrible. Well, not terrible, but it's much less powerful. I think Squeeze is good right now. Yeah, I mean, I sometimes play Squee and then rarely anything good happens out of that, but maybe we could play with Squee, we could play with Null Rod Shops versus the Tinkerers. Free surgical extraction. We'll figure. We'll figure something out. Some other weekend I tried. Patchwork Automaton and shops, and it was pretty decidedly not that good. This shops just aspiring at Boseju as well, not worse. Probably worse. I haven't seen anyone play Boseju though. and vintage. They probably do that, but it's pretty rough. Pretty rough against Bosseges, etc. Somebody plays it. I don't know. Are there any random Bosseju decks? For Bosseju, for Bazaar should be base choice TBH. Well, but you don't cast the Bosseju with the Bazaar. So Legacy League already over. Yeah, I died to Leyline and dropped. Play Bazaar Elf. I've seen that deck somewhere. For Bosseju, for Gaze Cradle. Alright. 2 Collector Oof. How is it not 4 Collector Oof? Okay, just 4 Collector Oof in total. Vengevine Hollow One. Vigor. And you have actual lands, the 4 Bosseges. Allosaurus Shepherd into Collector Oof. Reclaimer that finds the Bazaar. 1 strip, mine 1 wasteland. What if you combine Bazaar of Baghdad with... I don't know. With, let's say... Ren and 6, and then you could return the right Bazaar. It's probably not really possible. Squeeze in 1 Hogak. I think Hogak has pretty low relevance. It seems pretty good actually, this deck. It's just 1 Sapons. The Shepherds against the counter magic. And actually has powerful stuff that's gonna clock once you like don't get countered. The Oofs uncounterable. Just probably would play 4 Oofs main deck. I think I'd start with 4 Oofs. I don't know if Eldritch Reclaimer is all that playable. I guess it's just more access to Bazaar, but it's so slow. So slow, isn't it? Is Chromox playable in this kind of deck? I think Chromox might be generally a bit unplayable. Too weak for vintage. I have 2 Gaze Cradles. We need to buy the Shepherds for a significant amount of money, but I guess we can shell out. But it's pretty nice that you have the cradle to actually ramp into the payoffs. What's the worst format? Legachi, yeah. 4 you have Maya Cradle of Growth, nice. To make the Bazaar tap for mana. Papa Spell and Legacy, oh come on. It's not a dick measuring contest, they both are unbearable to play. When I say the worst, it doesn't mean that it's literally the worst or not the worst, it means that it's just the worst. Dot. That's it, that's all. Maybe I want 4 collector roofs instead of the shepherds, because drawing multiples of shepherds is so bad. It's pretty hard to say. But yeah, this saga is it's interesting. I think I'll play it tomorrow. I'll think about it. Maybe I can introduce the oofs or not. And for today, it's gonna be it. Bit of a short stream, but tomorrow we'll play the challenges and it's gonna be based. Thank you to everyone who watched and everyone who subscribed and everyone who supported in any other way. What's Reclaimer for? It's very slow. Yeah, Reclaimer is what I have my eye on as a card to cat. Can I say about Manriki in Cyber of Blue White? Seems pretty base. Could play it, yeah. Maybe it's better than Seals. It's just like Hogak but worse. Well, it's like Hogak but can actually cast a Collector Roof, which is an advantage. Because the big thing with Hogak is that it cannot cast a Collector Roof. Which I struggled with. Which the idea with. Alright, see you tomorrow, chat. Take care. Yeah, Hogak plays oofs, but I cannot cast them reliably. It's just almost impossible. You have to move for Bazaar and then you can barely ever have 2 mana to summon it.